Good morning. It is like 7:45 on New Year's Eve, and I'm just out here. I don't really know. I have a list this time, but whether or not I listen to myself is another matter entirely. So, yeah, I have some lupins that I want to plant. I'm just going to put them in the ground and see what happens. Last year I tried transplanting and they did okay until they didn't, and then they disappeared forever. So we're going to try it. I have some of the chandelier lupins from Johnny's. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is I have a property line and I own the property next door, but I want to clear to the property line because I think eventually I want to hedge there. And I think that'll just get my blood pumping a little bit, keep me warm. So I'm going to do that first and find some good sticks. Save the good sticks as always. And then we're going to plant some seeds and then see what else happens. You just never know. It's like a box of chocolates. So there's still like another probably 5 to 10 feet till the property line. There's an old fence that I found last year that goes all the way here. You can't really see it because it blends in. It blends in, but it's here. It's like growing around some of the trees. And there's old wooden posts that just blend in with all the sticks, but there's a fence there that marks the line. So almost to about there. Then it goes through all of this. There's this big fat thing. So it goes through there, basically in here, and around that tree, kind of about here. Let me get that for you. Okay, we're over in my little yellow light. garden. So these are supposed to be like a creamy yellow, and I don't have stakes, so I'm going to use these galvanized nails to just mark where they are so I can tell if they start coming up or when they start coming up. I think I'm going to do a lot in here. Like, I don't know how many nails I have. Like 12, 13. Okay, 15. So we'll do 5 in each bed. They're perennials, so they probably won't bloom this year, but if they grow, that would be great. So, for this room, and then I'll put the seeds in there. Oh my God. Today has been such a day. What a day it's been, mate. What a day it's been. Let me tell you something. It's been quite the day. Can't tell. I don't know what to do. I'm in my summer pails. I don't know why it's making me look like I'm in my summer tans. My summer darks. Why is it so dark? Oh my God. Okay. Basically, I have a job. It is my own job of my own making. I work for myself. And I do everything, absolutely everything through my website. And I made my website when I was in college. And my university decided that anyone who graduated pre-2023 is locked out of their email. You can't get your emails. You can have it forwarded to another email account, but that takes hours. So when, I don't know, you're trying to log into something and they send you a verification code to the email, you're just not going to get it for like 12 hours when it's well expired. So I was on the phone all day yesterday with the IT department from my university, which I graduated from almost 5 years ago. They were so helpful. It's like you can't afford to pay for like the database of emails for your alumni as a courtesy. Like what the actual anyways, I was dealing with that all day. I thought I lost everything and I was going to have to quit my job and sell plants for a living by the side of the road. But Squarespace helped me. They got me back up and running. They were amazing and super helpful, and it really was only less than 24 hours from the time I reached out to them that the problem got solved. But man, my whole life was flashing before my eyes. So it's been quite a day, but I treated myself to some mulch at Lowe's. I like the pine chip mulch, like pine nuggets. And my neighbor, who happens to be the man who did the plumbing in my house, who's a contractor who owns one of the lots just down the way, is building his house. He's had that lot for almost as long as I think I've had mine. And they're finally like making construction. The house is looking great. And I saw this pile of wood and I was like, do you think Bessie would let me have some wood? And yes, he did. He said,
come get it, come get it. So I took my little wagon down the street and I some wood. I'm going to get some more tomorrow morning because I don't want people seeing me do it because around here, like, I feel like people will just like, and he gave me very specific instructions on what I could and couldn't take. Like, there's 2 different piles. So I got some free wood. Whoa! So I'm very excited because I have some construction projects, and a lot of it is treated wood, which there's like, I've heard different things about treated wood for garden beds. From my experience, I haven't had any issues with that. I think they changed what they were treating the wood with a while ago, so it's no longer an issue. I don't trust chemicals in general, but for a flower bed where I'm not going to be eating the plants, you know, how bad could it be? Anyways, I think I'm going to use them to line my flower beds and line borders and all that stuff, and also for construction projects. So I'm very, very excited about that. Free wood is never bad. So I got some mulch. I have some cardboard that I've been saving and saving. I have my whole closet full of cardboard just waiting to go on the ground. So we're going to mulch the pathway. In my last garden diaries, we kind of cleaned up some of the side yard. We're going to mulch that pathway, and it's going to look so much better. It's not going to look perfect. My garden is not perfect, okay? We are not a magazine type of garden on this place, on this channel, okay? But it's going to look better. It's going to look nice, and it's going to be a quick, literally $6 to $8 calm. Oh my God, so nice. This is my companion who did not join me in the last video. She was off canoodling with who knows what, leaving me all alone to fend for myself. Today has really turned around. A little retail therapy, some mulch, some free treated wood I can use in my garden. I mean, what more could a girl ask for, you know? The weight of my heart. Scraps of wood that I can use for various projects that I don't even know what they are yet. They'll come to me. They'll come to me. What is that wood for, my mom asked? Don't worry about it, Mom. Don't worry about it. I got 2 whole properties to store it, okay? It's going to be okay. I won't bring it in the house this time. Okay? We'll keep it outside. Misty. Yeah, hi, girl. How'd you do, huh? Sorry. How are you? You can help me? Because basically, the story of this pathway is last year, there was an incident. I didn't do this, okay? Somebody else, I'm not going to name who, had a truck delivering something. A very, very big truck. And it was a very, very wet day. And I was sick in bed with a migraine. So I wasn't aware. I was not warned. But the truck, with this person's permission or lack of oversight, I don't know, decided in order to get where it needed to go, was going to drive over my lawn, through the wet soil, probably weighing hundreds of pounds, and made these huge tire marks on my property. Only on mine, not on anyone else's. And so that took me a long time to fill it in, tamp it in, even it out. It was a lot of work, but that's the story of how that side garden even got started. And last year in the walkway, I put down cardboard and then I put down mulch, and it looked so beautiful and great, and then the weeds took over. So I'm just going to continue every chance I get putting cardboard, putting mulch until I don't have weeds. The main pathway in my garden was the first pathway that I ever mulched, and that one is almost completely weed free, and this is its like 3rd, I think we're going into the 4th year of that. And I didn't cardboard and mulch, I just mulched and mulched every year, and this past year there were like no weeds in there. So I've seen the proof in the pudding, and I'm gonna just keep doing that for all the places I want clear pathways. Right, Misty? It's a good plan, huh? I'm smart. Smarter than you, who's licking your feet. I'll see you later, girl. See you later, girly. All right, let's do this. before we lose the daylight. Ooh, nice. Dee. This is peach juice. And it is so good. I feel like a kid that just got out of the pool. I'm so thirsty. Today has been a freaking roller coaster. Oh my God. Technology is the worst, but it's literally how I live my life. It's literally paid for this house. Like that website paid for this house. Oh, so I'm very incredibly grateful and thankful for everyone who's worked with me to get my website back. I know I'm just like one little person, but it means the world. But it did make me rethink things and have a good think of like, what am I doing with my life? Because I've been feeling a lot of resistance towards my job, even though I made my job myself. Like, I make my job what it is, but I feel like I've also just let myself go with the flow and get stuck in what my job is. I think something that the garden appeals to me is that it is my escape from that. It's like a way where I also am in control, but I'm also not. Like, the garden is going to do what it's going to do, and nature is going to do what it's going to do, and you kind of have to learn to work with it. It's like, I'm not the boss out there. Like, I'm like the art director. I'm I'm like just the idea person, you know? But everything I do for my business, I do myself, and I have to do it all, like, and make all the decisions, and everything is just such a big financial risk, and it's just a lot, and I'm kind of tired, not gonna lie. I'm a little tired. I want a little nap. I want a break. My boss is kind of mean to me sometimes, aka me. She's very rude. She can be really mean. But I'm working on it. I'm working through it. I am very excited for Valentine's Day, so I was also really bummed because I was going to start working on Valentine's Day stuff, and then I was like, well, let's throw all that out the window if I can't even use my website. I'm a little dramatic at times. Maybe I overreact a little, but who wouldn't? Like, my whole life and my whole career just flashed before my eyes. It's like, oh my God. The next order I get on my website will be my 3,612th order on my website since June of 2020. Which is just so crazy. And like, to lose all that data and all that like history just, I don't know. I guess I'm sentimental about my website and all that, because it's like, it's intangible, right? Like NFT, it's not real. Like, but it is real. It's my life. It's been my life for the past 4 years. So to lose it all is just like, would just not be. I just couldn't, you know, I didn't cry. I'm proud of myself. I didn't cry. Nothing wrong with crying, but there, you know, people are dying, Kim, you know? So I didn't cry, but I was really like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? If it all hinges on my freaking email. One, like a string of characters means the difference between my having a job and not having a job. Like, that's insane. The fragility and fleetingness of Web 2. Honestly, Web 3, if you lose your passwords, you lose your access to email. I mean, sheesh. If we lose the internet, we're... I'm sitting here, you know, I've been scrolling on Instagram, like, as I'm stressed today, like, whatever. I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at my Instagram, and I'm like, wow, everyone's talking about all the things they did in 2024. I'm like, what are the chances everyone's talking about, like, this past year all on the same day? It's New Year's Eve, like, tomorrow is 2025. That's why everyone's looking here. I'm like, wow, everyone is recapping all the things they did. I'm like, oh, that's, like... I forgot. It's like, oh yeah, tomorrow is the new year. It's like, it only happens every 365 days. Oh man.